Hello and welcome to Mediumship Matters with me, Helen McIntyre. And today I am answering a listener question who has asked to be anonymous. So here we go. How do you handle jealousy? I had a mentor recently tell me that it sounded like someone wanted to clip my wings as I mentioned something to her that was bothering me. I tend to keep my head down and allow others their own paths without judgment, but have, however, felt judged on mine and was told to slow down, which made me do just that and take a step back at one point. Would welcome your thoughts on this. So, isn't it interesting? I want to answer this in reverse to begin with. And I want to admit, first of all, that I have been jealous of people on my journey. And I think that to a certain extent is completely natural and completely human. We all know that the spiritual journey is difficult, is challenging, and brings up for us things hidden within us that we need to deal with and process and handle and face up to. And so there have been moments in my journey where I have been jealous of people. And that's not been that I have ever done anything to cause them damage or harm. I'm just talking about the feeling here. I'm just talking about going home and being a bit of a poor me and feeling sad that I can't do what they can do or that I wouldn't let myself do what I would like to do. I mean, a prime example of this is one of my students who started doing work that I wanted to do, that I was teaching them how to do, but wouldn't fully allow myself permission to do because I was so tied up in knots about permission and my abilities and receiving what I wanted to receive. So I remember when she started telling me that she was demonstrating and I wasn't demonstrating yet, and I was like, what? So what does that tell you? I think you get jealous if you are holding yourself back, if you've got some stuff that you need to deal with. And I hope that they never knew that I felt that way, and I hope that they always felt supported by me, and that they would know that I wanted them to do absolutely the best that they could do, but it was a kick up the bum for me. And going forward, on other things, is it jealousy? I'm not sure. Yeah, probably. But I see other mediums doing the things that I want to do and in places and having experiences that I want to have and achieving things. And sometimes I think comparison is bad, definitely. But I can also see its benefits sometimes, that it will get you motivated, it will get you inspired, it will get you where you need to be. And I know in spiritual groups we like to gloss over it and call it inspiration, but let's be honest, it's looking at something somebody else has got and wanting it in your life, wanting to be able to do it. And again, I'm all about embracing the human at the moment and accepting that. So I think it's amazing, Anonymous, that you are able to say you have never felt jealous or judged anybody else. That's incredible. And I hope that continues for you on an ongoing basis. But for me personally, I do understand there have been moments where I have felt put out or frustrated with my own progress because of things I was doing to myself. I know that, but sometimes you need to go through that process. Now, handling it when it's chucked back at you can be a difficult thing. I have got people that I know love me very, very much and are jealous of me. I have got people who don't like me at all and are jealous of me. So they're two different things. So haters gonna hate is the first thing I'm going to say. If somebody doesn't like you, there's always going to be something. They're never going to want you to achieve whatever you can achieve. They're never going to wish you well on your journey. They're never going to go, well, I thought they were a bit of a knobber, but look what they're achieving. Well done them. They're always going to go something along the lines of, well, they're lucky, aren't they? Or don't know how they've managed that. That's human nature. That's life. With people who are friends of mine and closer to me, it has caused me some heartache. There have been people that are very close to me that have just sometimes, and I know they want the best for me and I know they love me, but every now and again their jealousy will rear its ugly head, and I, in the moment, will be very upset, and then I will sit with it, and spirit will talk to me, and my higher self will get that voice through to me that says, it's not really about you. They said that or they did that because of their reflection on themselves and how they are feeling. And it's sometimes difficult, it's sometimes hard, and depending on my humanness and which day it is and how I'm feeling with what I'm doing and what I'm achieving, sometimes I can hold that space where it affects me less, and sometimes it upsets me. And it's both. There have been people in my life that I've given amazing opportunities to as I've become more successful. I have shared my success, but I also know that they're jealous. And I know that they're jealous because they are holding themselves back. And that's the process that they've got to go through. It doesn't mean that they don't love me. It's that they don't fully love themselves. So it's hard. Now, I also wanted to talk here about judgment and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I had such a weird experience when I did a demonstration the other day because I had some experienced people there, and there was one lady who obviously wanted me to know that she was like top dog. And she said a majority of different things that were really just absolute classics and cracked me up, which was I was trying to help them with some advice about a booking system. And it's a booking system that I have done a lot of learning on. And I was trying to be helpful. And I said, let me know if you want me to come and help you set up said booking system, because I'm really good at it, on it. And this woman went, oh, bit up yourself, aren't you? Because I offered to help them with their computer system. And then when she was watching me work, at the end, she said, it was such a funny mix of things. She said, it's hard for an audience when you're not specific enough to know which spirit, is for them. And at that point, I had been getting names and really specific stuff. It was quite a small group as well. So I was like, yeah, not specific enough, you wish. And then a bit later on, she said something to me about not undercharging because I should know my own worth. And I was like, oh, this is a roller coaster. And I know for her, that was her own stuff, her own restrictions, the fact that she teaches, and that night I was kicking ass. If she'd seen me on another night, she might have been less impressed and less jealous. I mean, that's human nature. That's how people love. We love to put someone up on a pedestal and then knock them off it. It's humanity. We suck. We absolutely suck. Now, the slowing down thing can be jealousy, but can also just be a totally normal human reaction to your energy. I get it said to me an awful lot by developing mediums and people. And it's I can always tell the cut of somebody's. So you know how I was talking in, I think it was Limitations of Mediumship, about percentages and understanding that our human is always present, is always part of it. I can always tell who's driving the car of mediumship in a reading when I get the slow down. Because it's actually their human going, whoa, this is a lot of energy going on here. Because I do work hard and I am fully in that creative making, inspirational space with spirit a lot of the time. And people feel that fast flowing energy and they go, whoa, that's a lot. You must need to slow down. And then I'll come home and I'll say to spirit, do you want me to slow down? And then I'll get all up in my head and I'll pull some cards and the cards are, go, feel the inspiration. And I think, okay, it's just that person's overwhelm, reaction, I don't know what you want to call it, to my energy. And it doesn't mean that they don't wish me well. It's just a lot for them to deal with. If you are I'm going to be extreme here, but if you are the tortoise and you are against the hare will feel like a lot. And we all know how that story ends. So we all get to the same place. I'm going for the happy kids one, not the terrible one where the hare dies. But we all get to the same place. It's just that we work differently. And if you've got an energy sitting in front of you that feels very different to yours and their approach is very different, it's harder to hold a space for that. But it doesn't always mean jealousy. Sometimes it can just be a lack of understanding that energy because it's so different to yours. So I hope that helps, listener. The main thing that I want to say is feel their jealousy, feel their judgment, and do it anyway. Because there will always be 20 people wanting to pull you down for one that wants to pull you up. And that's sad but true. And the sooner that you learn to just keeping on and keep shining, the stronger your mediumship will be as a result. And the more that you will be able to develop your own personal style and take on mediumship, which is how you will attract the right people to you. So keep up the good work, keep on shining, and don't let them pull you down. Thanks.